Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Blue 42, set, what?
Duval, baby! Hey everybody, this is Andrew and welcome to episode 13 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a recap of the game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. So let's jump into it. Unfortunately, Jacksonville lost this game to the Houston Texans 13-12.
No!
It was a real gut-wrenching loss. I mean, we lost by 1 point because we were essentially unable to convert a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. So essentially what happened was Doug Marrone ended up deciding to go for two. I agreed with the call in spirit, but not with the actual play call. I thought it was not a good play call. We essentially ran the ball up the middle to Leonard Fournette, and then he was stopped short of the goal line, and we lost the game. So it was just really unfortunate, kind of depressing, considering that we could have come away with the win. But, there was a lot of positives from this game. I hate to, always be focusing on the negatives, but there were a lot of positives. Gardner Minshew, our second-string quarterback, played very well. He was 22 for 33 in the air, 213 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Unfortunately, he did have 1 fumble.
No!
But really wasn't his fault. He was hit from his blind side, didn't see the defender coming, and the ball popped out. But he did a really great job. He's progressing every single game that I've seen him play for Jacksonville, and that's really exciting. Leonard Fournette, didn't get much production from him in this game. 15 carries on the ground for 47 yards. Gardner Minshew also had a few carries on the ground, 6 carries for 56 yards. But our wide receiving core did really well. Chris Conley, 4 receptions for 73 yards. DJ Chark, 7 receptions for 55 yards. James O'Shaughnessy did pretty well, had a few catches. Along with Jeff Swaim, I think he had 3 catches for 14 yards. So nice to see him, get some production as well. The defense really showed up, which I was very impressed with. They did a really great job. Had a few sacks, 3 sacks, 1 from, safety Ronnie Harrison, 1 from, cornerback DJ Hayden, and then, 1 sack from, assisted sack from Miles Jack and Liam Jacobs, the 2 linebackers. So that was pretty awesome as well. And, I thought Jalen Ramsey did a very good job despite the drama. He shut down DeAndre Hopkins, which was essential. But I think the defense really showed up. The offensive line did not show up in this game. They did not do a good job. They just were not able to open up holes for Leonard Fournette. They gave up a few sacks. I don't think they did a good job at all. So that was really unfortunate because I think if we had established a running game, we would have probably been able to score more touchdowns and put more points on the board. But, the special teams play was excellent too. I just want to highlight that. Josh Lambo, he had 2 field goals. So he did a really great job. One real, shining star on the special teams, I have to say, was Logan Cook. I mean, he had a lot of great punts where, he put the ball on the close to the goal line or like the 5-yard line, gave the defense just an awesome field position and some cushioning, and really put Houston in some tough situations offensively, just in regards to their field position. So was really impressed with Logan Cook. I thought he did just an excellent job, with some of these punts. But there's a lot of drama in this game. Jalen Ramsey and Doug Marrone kind of going at it on the sidelines. That was kind of a clown show, in my opinion. Them yelling at each other over this, throw to DeAndre Hopkins that Marrone should have challenged. Ramsey was just kind of yelling at Marrone. and they got into it, and it was just, I don't know. I thought it was a little unprofessional by Jalen Ramsey, now Jalen Ramsey, apparently his agent has demanded a trade, so it kind of feels like the whole the whole Jaguars organization is going up in flames after this altercation. But I don't really know what to make of it. I'm going to go into more depth on this issue in the next episode, but a real unfortunate loss. It really hurts to see Jacksonville not come away with this win, but I think we could get a win in this Titans game. I think there's a lot of positives coming out of this game. A few bad calls and I think we may be able to pull out a win in this next game just based on Gardner Minshew's excellent performance and poise in the pocket and just excellent play in this game. So excited to see what happens. Hope everybody stays positive. Let me know how you feel about this game. Leave a comment on the podcast episode or the YouTube video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagwarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.